Good morning. Can I have everybody's attention for just a second? We have a car in the parking lot that needs to be moved forward. It's a Toyota Matrix 239 NKB. It's parked in the last parking space before you get to the street. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Portland. Super good to see everyone. I was here, I think, 12 hours ago, and this place was completely different. It was a bazaar filled with crafts and vendors, and it was a lot of fun. So anyway, good to see you all here. I want to start out this morning with the family song. Here we go. Here we are, gathered together as a family, bound as one, lifting up our voices together. Here we are.
Here we are, gathered together as a family, bound as one, lifting up our voices together.
We sing of love, we sing of light, we sing of hope, we sing of faith, we sing of life, we sing of love, we sing of light, we sing of hope, we sing of faith, we sing of life. Here we are.
Here we are, gathered together as a family, bound as one, lifting up our voices together. Here we are, gathered together as a family, lifting up our voices together.
Here we go. We sing of love.
We sing of light. We sing of hope. We sing of faith. We sing of life. We sing of love. We sing of light. We sing of hope. We sing of faith. We sing of life.
Here we are.
Here we are, gathered together as a family.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Here we are, gathered as a family. We welcome you to Unity Spiritual Center of Portland, whether you're in this space or you're part of our online family. We recognize that as we know there is one presence and one power, one quantum field that we live and move and have our being in, means we're all connected. We might be fighting it and saying, I'm only connected to them and not to them. But the truth is, as all of humanity, we are in a space of learning to be part of the journey of walking each other home, of finding a larger story and a larger understanding and opening our hearts to that. So here at Unity, part of what we know is that every one of us is in a transformational journey. We are here to evolve, to enlarge, to recognize the truth of who we are, and then in turn recognize it in others. So as we gather today, I'm so grateful to be a part of that sacred journey. Michael was talking about what was going on in here yesterday, and as we saw just booths everywhere, I thought, do you know, the same thing is going on. How are you? How's your journey? What's happening in your world? It was just a wonderful thing to be a part of, and it reminds me that everything in our lives is teaching us. We're going to begin our service in prayer in just a moment. I'm Reverend Lisa. I always say part of the crew here because I believe all of us are a part of creating humanity. We're part of creating our families. We're part of creating this ministry and the consciousness that we live with and that we expand from. And part of that journey is learning to open our hearts. As we move into an opening prayer, I just invite you, it's so easy to close our hearts to ourselves, to people around us, to somebody who has a different political party, to a world away, and we're holding in prayer so many things with war happening, with unrest in this country, in the political arena, with things that are going on in our individual lives. We're holding those in prayer. We're holding for a larger story and a larger understanding and an evolution in a way that we can be a part of that shift. And we're also working on holding ourselves so that we can stay open and receptive to a living spirit of truth, to a larger knowing and understanding so that we can be a part of that shift. And that means not shutting down. And I'm sure none of us have had that happen any time in our journey in the last week. But just in case something really got you right where you were, it can be something small, it can be something larger, but just somebody said, no more, I'm just not going to participate. I just invite you to take a breath, to open your heart, to recognize there is a universe that loves you, that supports you, that knows the truth of who you are. And let's begin this service in prayer. And we open. Infinite Spirit, we open to the largeness of a knowing that one presence and one power, the ground of being, this God of our understanding, moves in and through and as us now. It surrounds this universe as intelligence, a very vibration of intelligence, and we open our hearts, our minds, our beings to an infinite knowing that we are part of the movement of spirit, that we are here as the universe becoming aware of itself. And for the opportunity to breathe this day, to experience this day, these experiences, this time in our lives, whether we understand it yet or not, We simply say, thank you, Infinite Spirit. Here I am, open and receptive to learn, open to a larger story, a larger understanding, and to a movement that happens in and through and as each of us now. We say yes to the love that we are, to the acceptance for every being on this planet, and knowing that we are here to evolve, to love, and to heal. For this opportunity to gather in this willingness to learn, we say thank you, Infinite Spirit. And so it is. Amen. All right, and Beth is up to share all kinds of wonderful things that are going on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we are very happy to introduce our prayer chaplains to you this morning who are here to pray with you following the service. Colleen, do we have another prayer chaplain? Who's our other? And Annette, she's back there. Hi, Annette. All right. You know, prayer's the foundation of our ministry. I say that every week, but it's really true. They hold the consciousness here. They hold each of you every week. If you have a special prayer need, they're here to pray with you following the service. And there are prayer requests in the backs of the chairs and on the lobby. They'll hold those for you for 30 days. They also have a wonderful guided meditation on Sundays that's at 10:30 in the chapel. So they invite you to come and join them for that. Well, this weekend, oh my gosh, it was pretty awesome. We had the arts and crafts sale. Wow. There we are. It was very successful. It was a lot of work, but it was way worth it. We had so many hands that were involved. And I don't have a list of names because I was sure I would forget somebody. But we had wonderful coordinators. We had wonderful food preppers. We had wonderful servers. We had wonderful hosts. We had people who donated to the silent auction. We had people who donated to the community table. We made over $2,500. So it was very, very successful. It was very successful. And my heart goes out. Heartfelt thanks to everybody who touched a chair, who touched a table. We just couldn't have done it without any of you. So thank you very, very much. I also want to thank Mark Malecki, who took Halloween pictures for us a couple of weeks ago. And if you were one of those who were in costume and got your picture taken, those pictures are out on the north lobby table. And you can pick up one and take it home with you and have it forever. So Mark, we thank you for doing that for us for all of our fun holidays. Today, following the service, we have a very special sound bath experience. And this is available on a love offering basis. You don't need a ticket or anything, but you want to come in the sanctuary. We are closing the doors at 12:50. You can't come in after that because of the experience. So once those doors close, that's it. You have to come be in the room. So go down and have some coffee. Plan to come back up. This is a wonderful singing bowls experience. So if you haven't experienced this before, we invite you to come, take part in it. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So come and do that this afternoon following the service. You have 2 more weeks to order your holiday greenery from our teens. They're set up at the desk outside the sanctuary. It'll be ready for pickup on Sunday, December the 3rd. Actually, I think it's Saturday, December the 3rd. But you can go see one of the teens out at the desk today and place your order, or you can also do so online and in the newsletter. This Friday, November 17th, is our last drumming circle of 2023, and so they'll be meeting right here in the sanctuary. Suggested $10 love offering. You can bring your own drum or percussion instrument, or you can use one that they bring in, that Kim Alder will bring and provide for you to play around with. So come and join them. They have a great time on Friday evenings. That's at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday, the men's group meets here at 9 a.m. here in the sanctuary, and I know they're coming off some big energy from their men's retreat. So if you haven't joined them yet, please come and do so. They meet here Saturday at 9. And then I've talked about the many ways that we're creating sanctuary here throughout the holidays. And one of the ways that we do that is we have a wonderful support group that meets on the 3rd Saturday of the month at 10:30, which is coming up. That's this Saturday, the 18th. And it is helping parents heal. And it's a group for grieving parents and families. So if you've lost a child, and you're a family member, you're welcome to join them. That's at 10:15 in the chapel, and that's hosted by Mark and Annie. You guys stand up so that, and if you have any questions about this group or you're interested, please come and talk to them following the service. Yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful part of our community, and we're grateful that you all do that. So it's that time of year where we not only come together in gratitude, but we also come together in leaf raking. And that's gonna happen next Sunday, okay? I'm just saying, that's Community Raking Day. We have 2 days that the city comes and picks up our leaves for free. And so one of those is like the 21st. So we all get together after the service. We grab a rake. If we have a lot of people, it takes like 30 minutes. I mean, we can do it so fast, but we need hands. We need y'all to come. Check the weather and dress accordingly, okay? I'm just saying. Last December, I think we raked in the snow, which was a first, but I promise you it won't be snowing next Sunday. So, but yeah, please plan to join us after the service and give us a hand with that. We'd appreciate it. Also, next Sunday, we kick off our yearly winter community outreach. You'll be hearing more about that, but there are some flyers out on the table if that's something that you participate in. We have the list of items that are in need, and the booths or the table will be set up next Sunday to collect those. We're also collecting used candles for our November 22nd Thanksgiving Eve service. That's a week from this Wednesday, folks. I know Thanksgiving is like knocking on the door. So yeah, so a week from this Wednesday, we'll be here. It's a wonderful candlelit service. It's beautiful. We'll have the labyrinth set up in the back. That opens at 5:30, and then it's followed by the service at 7. And then we have a pie social after, so we get to go eat pie, which is a pretty sweet way to end. So be thinking about what pie you want to bring, and that's a week from next Wednesday. And then finally, Saturday, November the 25th, we all come together from 10 to 2 to deck the halls. This is our decorating day. There's a sign-up sheet out on the lobby table. We hope you'll come and join us. It's a lot of fun. Food, fun, fellowship. It's just really great. That's 10 to 2 on November the 25th. So as you can see, there is a lot happening here at Unity of Portland, and we're just so grateful that you're here. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you got a welcome packet when you came in, great. And if you didn't, you can raise your hand now, and our ushers will bring you one. There's a rose sticker on the front, and we would like you to peel that off, stick it to your clothing so we know who you are. We invite you downstairs for coffee and connection following the service. That's a wonderful time where we just get together and have a little socialization time, get to know you. On the back of the welcome packet, there's a neon card. And this gets you on our newsletter mailing list. I know you can't remember all the things I told you, so you want to get on the list so you know what's happening and when it's happening, right? So make sure you fill this out and drop it in the offering bag when it comes around, or you can leave it in the basket in the back. And we're awfully glad you're with us today. Thanks for joining us. Lisa?
Thank you, Beth. And for those of you who aren't currently receiving the newsletter, but you may have been attending a while, I just invite you to update your information on that green card. We shifted over our database in January, and some people are still finding out just now that they aren't on it. So somehow in that in that complete shift. So if you're not receiving our email newsletter, just fill out one of those, and we will be happy to put you on that. And we just want to say thank you to all of you who are here. As we talk about coming together as a family, as a community, as humanity, all of it's about evolving and learning and walking the journey with people who are doing the same thing, who are looking at ways that they can evolve and move forward. And if this community works for you, I would encourage you to become a part. I do believe that it's important for all of us to find a place to anchor, to say, I'm here. It's important that my life has purpose and passion, and I'm touching other lives. And if it does not work for you, I would encourage you to continue seeking. Find a place that does say, I know who you are. You have that light. You are that light, and you have gifts to give. So please just know how important that is. All right, and we are going to stand and sing.
Yes, to sing I Am Open.
I am open.
Here we go. I am open. I am open. Yes, I am open to receive the God in you and me.
I am open. I am open.
I am open to receive the God in you and me. You are open. Here we go. You are open. You are open. Yes, you are open to receive God in you and me. We are open. You are open. You are open to receive the God in you and me. All right, let's sing We Are Open. Here we go. We are open. Yes, we are. We are open. We are open to receive the God in you and me. We are open. We are open. We are open to receive the God in you and the God in you and me. The God in you and me. God in you. God in you. Here we go. God in you and
All right, thank you, thank you. And we just invite you to turn to those around you with a welcome, with a namaste, with a welcome.
Okay, buddy. Sounds good.
You know, as we gather together, one of the things we do is do a short meditation. And when we're seeking to find a larger story, a larger understanding of our lives, of our bodies, of where we are and why we are where we are, and all of the myriad of things, one of those pieces is meditation. It's getting quiet to listen. And you know, I have always understood that as we are a part of a quantum field, of something larger than we may know or understand, this ground of being, when we listen It moves through us. It's infinite intelligence. It's in every cell of our body. And so as we prepare for this time of meditation, I just invite you to open and to remember that daily we can breathe and open to a larger understanding.
The light of God surrounds me.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds me.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects me.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God is here with me.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever I am,
Wherever I am,
wherever I go,
wherever I go,
God is just the same.
God is just the same, and all
Is well.
As we continue to relax and turn within, breathing in fully, breathing out completely, centering ourselves and letting go of all the stuff. I breathe in an awareness that light, pure light, vibrates within me as the very presence of love. I know that I know that I know that I am a creation of the infinite, and that love lives as me this day. And with every breath, I loose and let go of all that is mine to let go. And I breathe in the knowing. I am that I am. In the silence, I am that I am. And with all that is happening in my world, in the things around me, I continue to breathe in and know I am that I am, one presence and one power. That light, that love, that presence, that power moves in and through me this day. And I simply say, here I am, infinite spirit. Move through me, move as me. I let go and let God. And so it is. Amen.
The light of God surrounds me.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds me.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects me.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God is here with me.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever I am,
Wherever I am,
wherever I go,
wherever I go,
God is just the same.
God is just the same.
And all God lives in my life. God moves through my heart. God moves through my hands. God is my true home. God lives in my life. God loves through my heart. God moves through my hands. God is our true home. Wherever I am,
Wherever I am,
wherever I go,
wherever I go,
God is just the same.
God is just the same, and all is
well. God, wherever I am,
wherever I am,
wherever I go,
wherever I go,
God is just the same.
God is just the same, and all is well. If this is my last song, if this is my final day, if tomorrow I'll be gone, what do I want to say? If this is my last song, if it's my time to go, when my body's moved on, what will I have to show? No, not fortune or fame, they scattered to the wind. The things that make a name just don't matter in the end. But is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain? If so, then I'm glad I came. If these are my last words for all of the earth to hear, if all that I have ever been is about to disappear, if these are my last words, there's nothing that I need to know. I have only tried to serve. It's never been about talking anyway. So much hurt there is to heal. It's hard to understand. All I can hope to feel is that I am doing all I can. But is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain?
Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Michael. Thank you to all of our wonderful singers. For that, I'm glad I came. Many of us are asking, why am I here? Why am I here at this time in this place? Anybody do that this week? Anybody say, do I really need to be learning this? In fact, I bet most of us figured out who else's problems we might take on instead of ours if we could just switch them. You know, if I could just be over here or I could be over here. It is fascinating how the universe moves to this place in this time for each of us, and then we get to decide how we move with it, what we allow to bring us joy, how we allow ourselves to love when it may not feel like love, how we allow ourselves to touch the world around us when maybe we just want to hide and say, it hurts. I don't like this part. I don't like this part. We're in our 6th week of a 7-week series using Michael Singer's book, Living Untethered, Beyond the Human Predicament. And if you haven't worked with it, I would invite you to do so. It is fascinating to hear what he has to say. It comes from a Buddhist background, much of it, as far as opening to a larger story, but figuring out ways we're stuck. And part of his piece that I'm in awe of is the way that he says, basically, we have all decided what happiness looks like. It has to consist of these things happening in this way, and it can't have these things happening in that way. And that's all there is to it. And what does the universe do? It says, oh, is that really what you believe happiness is? And we try to rearrange the things on the outside to get them to be what we want. I'm happy if these people are alive and in my life. I'm happy if I have this job, or I look this way, or I have this degree, or I have this, or I have that, or I'm in this relationship, and I'm happy if you're not in it, and you're not in it, and you don't do anything to me, and no one hurts my feelings or hurts what's going on. And then we move out into our worlds, and it just goes, hello. Let's see how you're doing today. And I don't know if you've noticed, but things have speeded up. And so instead of moving through one little thing here, and we get through it, we set an intention over here, we do this over here, we rearrange the furniture out there so that life looks like what we want it to. And then we're okay in here for a certain amount of time. And I notice that the holidays often bring up many of those things. And the hurts of, well, I want this person in there, and I want this person in there. That's not wrong. We get to feel those. What's a fascinating journey is, what if that's not the way it's designed to be? What if we're designed to be flexible and move and flow and allow life to move through us and find a larger picture, and that happiness is the movement through the movement of life. Happiness is going through that. He talks about this, and I want to share some of it. He said, the most meaningful questions regarding quality of life are not about what you own, what you do. They are about how you're doing inside. How am I really doing? Most people can relate to a response similar to, there are moments that are so beautiful, I wouldn't trade them for anything. But there's also some moments that I don't want around for another second. I don't want this, I don't want that. And so he said, for most, that's a fair description of what it's like to live in your being. I just want to say, one of the things that I noticed when I was in Nigeria, and it had such a transformational effect on me, and it continues to as we work with the Unity communities in Nigeria and with the young girls as they go through school, is that their level of happiness far exceeded what most of the levels of happiness are here, without running water, without more than one outfit, without so many different things, sometimes even without food. And so it really made me wonder and look, and I thought, wow, how can that be? It doesn't mean we're less than. It just means somewhere someone said, this will make you happy, this will make you happy, this will make you happy. What Michael Singer goes into, and he said it's important to understand that every external event is the expression of all of the energies that have come together to create that event. Whatever's happening in our world and in our lives is there to heal us, it's there to grow us, and it's there to evolve us. It's there to move us forward. It's not happening to us in order to beat us down. Instead, it's this whole movement. Carolyn Mace called it, she said, in these sacred contracts, there's so much more if we're able to allow them to just be. And Michael Singer said, when this flow of energy comes into you, it must make its way through your mind and heart and then ultimately merge into your consciousness. When you use your will to block it and experience, to block, let's say somebody says something to you that's hurtful. And we say, no, I don't want you in here. I've been hurt before. I don't want anything to do with it. Now, this person they don't have anything to do with you. But we use our will to say, get away. Do you know what's fascinating is if we allow it to move through us, it simply keeps on going. But what we do is we say no, and that energy is already there. We just stuff it. And the Upanishads centuries ago said, and whatever you resist rots in there. And that's just how they put it. It rots in your being. Anybody feel like you have stuff in there? It can lead to depression. It can lead to anger. It can lead to frustration or fear or ways that we don't see the light of who we are. Now, Michael Singer uses the Buddhist term samskaras. Someone tells us something about ourselves. It's not true. But we take it in and it feel like it comes in and it grabs us, and then we push it down. We don't want to hear it. We don't want it to be a part of us. And it creates a samskara, which is a stuck energy pattern of all the stuff that we don't want in our lives. I got divorced. Somebody told me all these things about myself. So I lost a being I loved dearly, and I didn't allow the emotions to move through me. It doesn't mean we don't hurt. It doesn't mean that it doesn't feel painful. We're designed for emotions to move through us. We're designed for events to move through us. But fascinatingly enough, we stuff them. And we believe that that's who we are. And what happens then is, in my belief, the universe says, let me help you heal. Let me get you something that reminds you of this. Let me get you something that reminds you of this. And every time we have the ability to allow something that rises to just breathe and move through us. I remember in the grief group I was in, and I went every single week for a year. I took all these different pieces after my husband had passed away, and I was just looking at that. I had 2 young girls. I thought, I have to heal from this. I can't stuff it because I don't know what I'd end up being if I did. And one of the things, and I was in this class, and they said, you have more qualifications than the person leading this. Why don't you just lead it? And I kept saying, no, I'm in here to be quiet and to listen. And at the very last class I went to after a year, someone said, grief comes through you like waves. If you will ride the wave, the grief will move through you. If you don't, it will go within and ride you for the rest of your life. And I thought, that's why I'm here. It's taken a year. I know why I'm here. I know what I needed to hear. And I have worked with allowing myself to ride waves when things come up. This is what he talks about in here. Energy, the pain of if someone told you you're less than whole, you're not enough, you're not any of these pieces, they come up to be allowed to move through you. What would happen instead of saying no, or I hate you, or this is wrong, or just holding ourselves so tight we can't breathe or move? We allowed a movement to happen and just simply said, I can ride that. I can let that go. I can allow that to be. And then to keep on going. It doesn't mean it won't come up again. And one of the other things, of course, I learned was that grief came in waves. And if I could ride that wave then, and I thought it was going to be there forever. I thought it never left. What what never left was the love that I had. It never leaves. But we don't have to have the hurt and emptiness when people we love aren't in our lives, or when we've been told. How many people in this room have been told you're not enough as a core of your life? You are a sinner. Anybody? We have been. And to evolve an idea like that, we have to have the ability to allow those feelings to move through us, and then to let them go. Oh, I'm equipped to feel this. Oh, that's what it feels like. Oh, I've been told that before. You know what? The truth is, I'm a creation of spirit. The truth is, I'm equal to this. I'm enough for this. And it will flow through you. It allows. And then what we begin doing is saying, you know, I don't want to hold that anymore. I believe I'm a creation of spirit. I believe there's a purpose and a place for me. Oh, but somebody just said this. That made me feel shame. That made me feel guilt. Okay, there you go. Name it. Know what it is. And allow the wave to move through you. Because if we stuff it, we go through life trying to say, I'm fine, everything's good, just don't move my world inside. Have you ever done that? And then everything around you just falls to pieces. It gets you to the ground zero and allows you to choose again. But if we have the pattern of, oh, I always choose the same thing because somebody told me that, and I got to hold these beach balls underwater, it is just